Hello, everyone. This is Toby, the Galactic Intuitive. How's everybody doing today? I hope you all are well. I hope you guys are doing well, considering all the, I want to say, energetic fluctuations that just came through. That's not what I had planned to say. What I planned to say was all of the revelations that are going on. I feel like if you're here watching, you're probably experiencing this now or will be very soon, regardless of the date that I record this and the date that I post this. It's become so apparent to me that, as if I didn't really need proof of this, but it's confirmation that these messages from the nine are so timeless that they've actually been delivered to me, and so placed upon the channel here well ahead of a lot of what we're experiencing or are going to experience. So that's one of the main things that they encouraged me to talk about today, is to be open to exploring what would be considered past messages, because if the title resonates with you, again, it is even the messages. Well, let me not get too far ahead. If the title resonates with you, these messages from the nine, so many of them, even from a couple of years ago, were delivered way ahead of when of when many of us are experiencing those particular energetic frequencies and energetic shifts within us and within our ascension pathway. Now, the other part of this is that as healing is a spiral and not linear, we absolutely re-engage with different aspects of self and different aspects of the conditioning and the wounds the wounds. I was just double checking to make sure I was hearing them right. The wounds that we have experienced either over this lifetime or other lifetimes. Again, when we're talking about the time folding, that message that has come through a few times, but most recently, I think last week, all of these experiences across lifetimes are coming into play. And one of the things that they're now giving me that don't know that this came through so clearly with the first message, maybe it did, but they're saying part of the reason for the time folding occurring so significantly right now is that, again, right now means whenever you're seeing this, or whenever this resonates for you, is that it is allowing us to do this super dimensional healing. This is a new message, okay. Allowing us to do this super dimensional healing. So healing not only within this dimensional space that we are existing within right now. Again, right now is this now moment. Whenever you come across this, ignoring the calendar, human creation that the calendar is. I'm all of a sudden talking like Yoda. Anyway, so the time folding, allowing us to the healing that we're doing, and they're saying accelerated awareness and elevated acceptance, and give me a second. Accelerated awareness, elevated acceptance, and what's the other E word? Oh, I lost it. Okay, elevated awareness. Now I've completely lost what I just said. Elevated awareness. No, that's not it. Oh my gosh. Okay, they're saying that I'm trying to go off onto a tangent that's not important. Those first two were what's important. Anyway, it'll come back around if it was meant to. it'll come back around. I'm going off on a tangent here. So the that can be the trick with channeling, is if I go off on a tangent, then it takes me a minute to come back to the main thread. Okay, let me recenter myself. Hang with me for just a second, folks. I'm not going to edit this out because there's some importance to you witnessing this process. Oh, because this is part of of course it is. This is part of the message, that this is what it's going to feel like. We're going to have these moments of elevated awareness. I can't even remember what the other one was now, and maybe I'm putting two different ones together. Acceptance. Anyway, I'm not going to do that again. But they're saying that we have these moments of, let's use the elevated awareness and acceptance, and then it may feel like it just goes quiet. And that's so purposeful. I know we're getting off track here, but we'll bring it back around. So stick with me, because I haven't lost that this is all about the super dimensional healing. So we're not, just hang with me. So those moments of quiet and stillness where we feel like the communication or the awareness has gone blank. It's within those empty spaces that that is actually a signal to us that we have cleared something through the acceptance and the awareness. Something has been cleared. And so that space that we feel is the space that's been cleared. And so it's really, really important for us to, as much as possible, to have that. That's why this is coming through now, to have that awareness that that space is not nothingness. That space is not, it's not something to be judged as a problem. It's not something to be judged as a stepping backwards, as I can't even think of the word. Give me just a second. It's not stepping backward. It's not losing out on anything. It's not turning the wrong direction. It is important that we honor that space of quiet and stillness and that sense of nothingness. It's not that it's nothingness, it's space. So it's actually, this space is necessary to birth the new. I know we've been talking about this literally for months and years, honestly, the last couple of years, about bringing in the new and becoming the new us. And recently, the new now you, right? That this is a lengthy process. It doesn't just happen overnight. And again, many of those messages that have been shared over, they're saying in particular over the last year to year and a half, there is a compacting of, or a compacting, that's the best word I can use for it, of experiences for us through this healing process. There, from now, I keep getting December 17th is a very important day. I know that there's something around that time with 3i Atlas. Well, that is when the end of the shadow period for Mercury retrograde. It's right before, there's something else that happens then that is right astrologically, that is right before the solstice. I can't think of what it is. I think it's Neptune going direct. That might be the 19th. If it's the 19th, I think the 19th is the closest approach of 3i Atlas. So there's importance to that as well. They're saying they're also putting a notation out there, a little bit of a side note, that we will be doing more. They will be bringing through more information on 3i Atlas and another emissary, like they mentioned in the first video about that. Okay, so a compacting of the healing process that is beginning now. Some of us are experiencing it now, right? And we're going to, it feels like it comes to more of a resolution around between the 17th and the solstice. Some of us are going to be experiencing it beginning after the solstice through to February 17th. It's December 17th to February 17th. It is a very critical time. Critical, not in a negative way. I felt so there was a wave of apprehension or even for fear when I said the word critical. Please try to release that, transmute that. It's not critical as in a negative thing. It's critical as in there is much importance and weight on this because there is so much opportunity and potential in that time frame. Okay, so it's coming really quickly. Let me see if I'm trying to keep up with everything. They just told me I needed to come on, so I didn't have any plan for what was coming through for you guys. So the time folding. Okay. I feel like I'm jumping around, but again, please try to stay with me because there's so much coming through so quickly. The time folding. This work we're doing during this compacted time frame. This is the link between this and the super dimensional healing that we talked about. This compacted time frame is that time frame for the super dimensional healing. And now I'm going to do another side note that if you do not experience it between from now to the solstice or December 17th to February 17th, that does not say that is not to say that it is not going to happen for you. I'm just offering these particular time frames because there are more that they are referencing later in 2026 and then again in 2027. 2026, I'm getting a time frame from the summer solstice, which would be around June 20th to the 22nd, to the equinox, which would be around the 19th, 20th, 21st of September. In 2027, the time frame I'm getting is January 15th to the equinox, which would be March 19th, 21st. I haven't looked at the calendar to know when that'll be. So those are the time frames we're looking at going out a couple of years, or a year and a half. Okay, so back to the my stomach's growling. Back to the super dimensional healing. So this time folding, again, this is something that this applies to you whenever you come across this message. There is a huge heart activation that is occurring during this time frame as well. It corresponds with the super dimensional healing. This is the time folding is allowing for the stacking of the timelines because the healing that we are doing is beyond just this dimensional reality that we exist in right now. It is healing across dimensional realities. They're saying it's healing into past timelines. It's healing across familial lines, ancestral lines. It is also healing, providing healing, therefore, into the future. It is also healing, star lineages, they're saying. And I just got the most intense wave of chills. Oh my gosh. Okay. Super dimensional healing occurring with the time folding is healing not only human lineages, ancestral lineages going forward, but also star lineages. Wow. Okay. That's profound. Oh, thank you for that. Thank you. Okay. Where do we want to go from there? Here's that sense of stillness. You feel it? Part of that is because of the importance of that healing work. There's a sacredness. Absolutely, of course, there's a sacredness to this work, but there they're sharing this information because they're saying it is so important for us to be aware that the work we are doing on an oh my gosh, I'm feeling so emotional. The work we are doing on an individual basis goes well beyond our dimensional experience, dimensional reality. This is new terminology that they're offering right now, you guys. It's going beyond our dimensional reality and our current, they're saying, I'm sorry, I didn't say that correctly, current dimensional reality, and is extending out into other dimensional realities, again, into ancestral lineages, both past and future. They're again correcting me. The ancestral lineages are beyond this space and time in all directions, and the star lineages as well. And so they want to, the nine are sharing with us here, and they want you to be aware that of the power of the work that you are doing. And so this is, they talked about the time folding in accordance, they're saying, with the DNA leveling up. And these things, again, are happening simultaneously, and it is all purposeful. Now, through this process, I just completed a light language transmission from the nine to assist us in moving through this process. Interesting that oftentimes the message has come before the light language transmission and the activation, but I received the activation ahead of the message for you guys. It's interesting. I feel like they have me in a particular space, which is why I have my eyes closed, because I feel my stomach is growling so much. I have not eaten lunch yet. This is my lunch hour. So excuse the stomach rumblings. Part of that is the movement of the energy too. My body working with the energy. Okay, anyway, they're holding me in a particular space here, and they're showing me they're holding me within this sacred space, which is why I feel like I need to keep my eyes closed, because the light feels too bright. The space that I'm within, it's as if I am in space. They're saying not as if I am. Okay. Space as in being out in the cosmos. See, and the heart expansion is ginormous. It's enormous. It's not only oh my gosh, okay. It's not just feeling those spaces, right, they just shared with us, the immense and the elevation of clarity and acceptance, and then the space after that. But within that space, oh, here come the chills again. Within that space, they're showing me like a visual representation of that space. As humans, we may judge that space as, okay, they're just going to come straight through. I'm not going to translate. As humans, you may judge this space as a negative. You may see this space as a lack of productivity. You may see this space as nothingness, as without value. You may see this as represented as with the zero. However, the zero is the basis of the all. We encourage you to witness this space for the sacred womb that it is. We encourage you to allow yourself to witness yourself, your energetic body, your even physical body within this space of space. To witness yourself within the cosmos, witness yourself within the place that you have been given as a soul on this path. For sometimes you forget your value beyond your physicality. You forget your value within the cosmic structure and the cosmic ecosystem. And so it is within this quiet, this stillness, what you may be judging and labeling and defining as nothingness. This is the cosmic womb. This is the space of creation. Oh, this is the birth of the new now you within the cosmos. See yourself as we see you. See yourself beyond this dimensional reality. See yourself in the superdimensional you. They are all connected. See yourself in your place within the stars. Witness yourself in that space, that feeling of stillness and quiet. Imagine, visualize yourself out in the cosmos, surrounded by the depth of the blue and the brightness of the stars and the glory and the beauty of the planets and the galaxies, all that surrounds you. For you are just as much a part of it as you are a part of humanity. Allow this space of the cosmic womb. Honor the sacredness of the emptiness. You have done the work and the healing and the transmutation and the acceptance and the understanding and the integration and all the activations to find yourself at this point. All of the clearing that was necessary to find yourself at this point. Allow yourself to enjoy it. To recognize your place within the cosmos as well as upon Mother Earth. Oh gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was powerful. Okay, is there anything else? Okay, they're gonna... That was powerful, you guys. Wow. Give me a second to regroup here. They don't usually swoop in and out like that, so that was the message. That was the message. They, again, remembering the superdimensional healing that is going on. I will probably pretty simultaneously they're correcting me. I will put this message out first, and then I will share the activation, the light language activation, so that you guys have those pretty close together. But the message will come first, so that you're aware of the value and the reason, the purpose for that transmission from the 9. This is really powerful work that we're doing right now. Really, really powerful work. Again, they're emphasizing how important it is to step outside of the human calendar. And they are asking that I remind you yet again that it would be of value to go back through some of the past messages, even if you just do a quick scroll through the titles, especially when you find yourself, if you're feeling the need for or asking for a message, to go back through even the messages from the beginning of this channel, the beginning of this, they're saying, of Toby's the Galactic Intuitive YouTube channel, which was February or March of this year. think that is it. Thank you guys so much for being here. I still feel like I'm floating in space. I'm going to need to go ground. Thank you guys so much for being here. I greatly appreciate all of you and your presence here, walking this journey with me and being open to the messages from the 9. I really thought I turned off those bells. So thank you all so much for being here. Keep an eye, again, look for the link to, I'll release, okay, they're correcting me yet again. I'm sorry, I really need to ground. Let me take a sip of my tea, hang on. Whew. Okay, I'll have the link to the light language transmission in the description box of this video, so you'll have it all at once. It will be available on the website. And for those of you in the membership, it'll be available there as well. I'm just feeling in to make sure they're okay. That is it. I am going to go ground. I need to eat something. Thank you guys so much. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for sharing your experiences. Thank you for all the ways that you support the channel for me and support me and are open to the messages of the 9. I'm going to, if you're not signed up for the newsletter, please do that. I am going to sorry about that. I'm going to send something out in the next couple of days with some information on lives. I want to connect with you guys live, and again, we'll flow with it and see what the 9 wants to bring through, and yeah, I would love to connect with you guys that way. Okay, that is it. I really need to ground now. Thank you all so much. I will be back very soon.